Very well. That concludes questions from the audience, and we will begin closing comments. Once again, 2 minutes from each of you, and we start with Dr. Robert Bentley.
Well, let me thank y'all for y'all. That's a good Southern term, isn't it? I want to thank you for having us tonight. And you know, it's a shame that everyone is not here tonight. And I'm not going to criticize them for, I don't know where they are. But you know, I think that you need to, this is a job interview, folks. We sit before you and you listen to us, you look at us. It's a job interview. And you decide, when we tell you our qualifications, you decide who you like the best. And that's all it is. And it's a shame that they have not come for their job interview. Let me tell you why I feel that I am the best qualified to be the governor. I hate to do this when I speak before people, but if I don't sell myself, nobody else is going to sell me. Number one is I have the most experience of anybody running dealing with state government. You do not want a pre-med student doing brain surgery. You need someone who has experience. I have written and rewritten the budgets of this state now for the last 7 years. I understand what has to be done in the next 2 years. I understand how we can cut different programs. And I know that it's going to be difficult to do because we are not going to have enough money. But you need someone with experience. That's number one. Number two, I am a strong Republican. I have always been a Republican. I have never been a Democrat. I have never been anything but a Republican. Now, not everybody can say that, but I have never been anything but a Republican. Having said that, I also realize, as strongly fiscally conservative as I am and socially conservative, we still must work with the other side. And if I go down to Montgomery making enemies before I get down there, which I'm already down there, but I have been able to work with the other side, and because of that, I've been able to get things accomplished. And I've got a lot of goals for this state, folks. I have got a lot of things that I want to see accomplished, and you must be able to work with other people and have respect for them, and them have respect for you.
Very good.
I can't tell you how pleased I am to have been able to participate in this forum this evening. Your title of the group, Rainy Day Patriots, was so appropriate, and I apologize for getting here right under the wire, but you know, with the heavy rain, we drove up, my wife Kathy and I drove up today, but I knew I was definitely coming because I knew the folks who would come here were the absolute most committed people to standing up and protecting our constitutions and the freedoms that this country was founded on. That's why I made such a hard effort. Kathy and I, Kath had trying to get out of work. We're all trying to get up here on time. But I definitely appreciate the opportunity to be here. It is this kind of group, it is your group, that is so reassuring. When I see the Tea Party movements forming out there, is so reassuring to have the faith that our citizens, the hard-working folks that are out there every day raising their families and going to work and not expecting handouts from folks, are upset and are ready to go do battle at the federal level. I am ready to lead you in that battle. If you'll look at my experience with more than 10 years in elected and appointed position, I know the details of what has to happen, what can happen with legislation, laws, constitutional amendments. I have the commitment, when you look at my background, to stand up for you. Having already voted against $1 billion worth of taxes in the Birmingham City Council, turned in over 50 things that didn't go right with state and federal state government to law enforcement institutions. I will stand up absolutely and do right. But I need your help. I am ready to go do battle, but I need your help to do that. And what I'd like to do is take a moment, my last few seconds, to introduce my wife, Kathy, baby, if you'll stand up. She is a true partner in what I do, and if you are interested in helping our campaign, my little team is right over here led by my wife. So thank you all again for the opportunity to come out, and look forward to being your next governor. Thank you.
My experience with the Rainy Day Patriots started last April. I guess I was one of the many speakers at the Big Tea Party back in April, and that was before going to tea parties was cool. And I remember there were 8,000 people there. And that's the first time that I sensed that there was a great awakening going on out there. And what began then manifested itself in Virginia and New Jersey this week. The 2010 cycle is the most important election cycle, I think, in the history of this country. We must be honest, we have tipped over. We are Europe. I mean, we have business and government integrated. If you had told me a year ago that today we would be the owners of 80% of AIG Insurance and 60% of General Motors, I couldn't have dreamt that. We have a president that a few months ago was flitting around Europe, and he said something very telling. He revealed himself. He said, we're no longer a Judeo-Christian nation, but merely a nation of citizens. This president sees this great nation through a European set of eyes. As a governor, the role is expanding. I will form a union and a pact with other conservative, clear-thinking, common-sense governors, and we will fan the flames of resistance against these very unwise policies coming out of Washington. It won't be easy, and it will take a long time. This cultural battle really didn't just start. It really started in the early 60s, and it's going to take a long time to win this war. Tyranny is tyranny, whether it comes from a king or a despot in a foreign land, or whether it's homegrown and comes from a government right here in this country. It must be dealt with. The battle cry in the years ahead, and I will lead it, and I will bring others in, and we will sing it together. And guess what the lyrics to that tune are? Don't tread on me. Come on, don't tread on me. Thank you very much.